Hey guys, how's it going? Are you guys here with me? Good evening, everybody. It's about 3 in the morning, March 10th. It's March 10th. Whoa, it's Saturday. Weird. It feels like it's a Monday or something like that. It's 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's get into this analysis. So, yeah, I thought that it was gonna go down, and surely enough, it broke down. So here's my bias for LiteCoin, just to be completely honest with you guys and transparent. I've entered a short position, of course. My long position for LiteCoin is still intact, but it's on my exchange account right now. So of course I've entered a LiteCoin short position. I'm up about $350 on a $20,000 position. And my target is going to be the 382 Fibonacci level. So my 382 Fibonacci level is roughly $181, just around there. So I'm hoping to make about $1,000 on this trade. So I just thought I'd be very honest with that first of all. Let me just get this out of the way here. So yeah, so let's go over why I thought it was going to drop. And let's look at it from a very basic perspective first of doing Elliott waves, all right? So for Elliott waves, lately the flavor of the month has been this kind of shape. This is called a leading first wave diagonal, where the first wave is usually longer than the third wave, and sometimes there's overlap. We have to understand that for a leading first wave diagonal, the first wave is usually the longest, and that the fourth wave can sometimes overlap. In this particular case, it actually did not drop whatsoever, and that's really okay. But as soon as it hits this fifth point right there, we can expect it to drop, and then we target a reasonable Fibonacci level. We target a reasonable Fibonacci level. Hey, does this work? Are you guys here with me? I'm just making sure that my stream actually works. Are you guys here with me right now? Hello? Can you guys just let me know that this works? Hello? Am I even streaming right now? Okay, it does work. All right. So after we see these 5 waves form right here, we target a reasonable Fibonacci level, like a 382 or a 0.5 or maybe a 618 level like that. And we look for the recent swing lows. So I want to explain to you guys how I knew this was going to drop and how I'm going to make an easy $1,000 today. And how you guys should also be playing it as well. So I count my Elliott waves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I immediately notice that from points 2 to point 4, it's making this right here, right? And also between these points right here, it's making a diagonal. So that's absolutely a leading first wave diagonal right here. And if we break it down even further on a minuscule time frame, let me just change this up to a lower degree here on a minor. Okay. So then if we actually count every single Elliott wave in detail, we see that as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we see this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we see this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's really hard to debate with this right now, right? That this is a leading first wave diagonal. And this made a simple ABC correction. And this also made a very simple ABC correction. So this was as ideal as it could have gotten to play this specific scenario. And if you guys saw in my previous video, I was targeting about 198 or 196, 198. We didn't quite get there, and that's really okay. Sometimes it doesn't get to our exact targets that we wanted to get to, which is fine, right? As long as we know how to ladder some of our profits right now. So I'm up $392 right now, which is not bad at all. Cannot complain in the least. And another reason we know that this is now making the 5 waves up here is because we take our first wave right here as kind of a hard support. We say to ourselves, okay, could this have possibly been waves maybe 3 there, and there was a 4th one to bounce? And that's why I mentioned in my tweets that I thought that they could have bounced once because of this specific scenario, to get maybe one more touch. But because the 4th wave retraced heavily already into the wave 1 territory, it's now completely discarded. So we have to use a series of logical deductions to see where it could possibly end up. So my position is awesome. I'm already about $300–400 up. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to reach at least $181. So I'm just going to ride it. I mean, if you guys just play, you know, a few positions a week or even one good position a day, you can literally make a week's worth of money, like, you know, at a normal job in 1 hour or 2 hours of trading, right? And if you guys actually got into this position from $160, wow, you guys made bank. I mean, if you played yourself a $1,000 position and you guys took my advice there, never follow blindly though. Always confirm what you guys think already as well, right? If you guys played, I played a really big position, like over, honestly, I played over 6 digits. So I can't complain. Yeah, I played over 6 digits. There's my year's wage or salary in that one position right there. I took my own advice. I was laddering under 170. So I was just buying and buying and buying under 170 as people were panic selling there. I don't know why people would even sell under here. And then surely enough, right, we're over 22% up already right now. That is freaking fantastic. Cannot complain in the least. So now I'm up $500 about. Awesome. So now let's go over price action. How did I know that this was going to go down? Okay, you guys need to make sure, if you guys saw my previous tweet where I was talking about a range bound RSI, okay? This is the range that it was kind of in, or even up to here. But the most important thing to make note of is this right here. This right here is the hard support for RSI. And if you guys saw my previous tweets where I was saying, I'm actually going to show you guys it for the people that have missed out and do not follow me on Twitter. Right here. So right here, I was saying on the 30-minute RSI, practice drawing your RSI ranges. Once it breaks the range, we have a confirmed change in trend, right? So that's pretty much how we do it. So now I'm up $500, guys, $527 from one simple trade. If you guys took my advice on Twitter, you're making bank right now on a short position. So then I also noted on my Twitter that a break below this support trend line will confirm my count. Simple as that, right? It'll confirm the count for a downtrend. Now let's take a look at a few other indicators to see how else we knew that it was going to eventually break down. So in conjunction with the RSI that we've just talked about of it breaking down, let's look at every single time frame, even up to 4 hours. So on the 4-hour time frame, what we saw here was starting from this candle actually around $186, we see the bulls push up, right? But the bears reject them. So this was kind of an indecision candle already, followed by another indecision candle, followed by another indecision candle right there. And we take a look at the volume, and we see the volume slowly dying off, which implies that the bull run is going to be over very, very soon. So that was very indicative on a 4-hour chart. Now on a 3-hour chart, it was even better. As soon as this candle formed, which was actually only 10 minutes ago, guys. Notice the downtrend started as soon as this candle formed. This candle right here implies that the bulls have attempted to push it above the 55 EMA, but the 55 EMA will always act as a very hard resistance. And because it's acting as a very hard resistance, that's exactly what happened, right? It rejected the 55 EMA, the bulls tried, the bears simply just pushed them right back down. So that's another major sign right there that it was actually going to come down. A 2-hour chart, it broke above it slightly, but we ended up getting a shooting star candle. A massive shooting star candle, basically implying a bull trap. So people who bought up there, unfortunately, you guys got caught in a bull trap. Now the 1-hour one actually gave it away the most. That's pretty crazy how it's ticking down right now. Can't really complain in the least. I'm happy. Make sure you guys understand the concept of shorting, right? Shorting basically implies that you are betting that the market goes down, right? So you're making profit as the market goes down. And that's how I'm making money when the market tanks. Awesome. Can't complain about that. So now I'm $600 up on my position right here. $600. I'm going to close mine at $181.57. And you guys will see me take a nice little $1,000 profit. Awesome. I hope you guys are okay with me being transparent with my position. I don't screw around, right? I'm very, very honest with all of my positions that I take, and I just want you guys to understand why I'm entering these positions as well. So I might even be tempted to close my position. Maybe I'll close it very soon. Hold on, I'm just counting something here. 0.5. Yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna close my position right now because I just want to. I want to be able to focus on this TA right here. So let's see if I close it at 110 right here, how much I'm gonna make. Let's hope that someone dumps onto me in a few short seconds. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna market execute it right here. Okay, it might spike up the price a little bit because I do have 100. It's a fairly large order, and here we go. Come on. And boom, $620 profit in front of you guys. I'm done trading for the week. I've already made a week's worth of salary in literally one trade. So how can I complain about that, right? So the 1 hour chart actually gave it away a lot as well. If you guys look at the 1 hour chart, this is basically a tweezer top. Think of it as the bulls attempting to push it up, but it got rejected and they pushed it down, right? And then this candle right here was a shooting star type of candle as well. So bam, these two candles right here, you guys should have definitely considered entering a short position because it gives it away. Even if you don't enter a short position, one thing that you should consider is taking some profit. You guys have to understand that it's very necessary to take profit when we're near the top. So you can take maybe 10, 15, 25, 30% of your profit right there. See, if I had waited a little bit, I could actually made $100 more. So instead of making 620, I could have made 700. But I'm not really a fan of doing TA in the middle of my videos here. So that was a really easy profit. So once again, these tweezers at the top right here heavily implied that it was about to come down. And also right here, the 1 hour chart, guys, we have to see this as a throw over, okay? Look at this right here. This is how people get trapped. And I become quite good at reading these things, right? So notice these three peaks right here, 1, 2, 3, where the arrows are. But the last one, we call this a throw over. What a throw over does is it tricks newer traders, guys. It tricks newer traders into thinking that it's going to actually get to a higher high, right? Have you guys noticed that the price action, the candles are getting a series of higher highs, right? No doubt about it, higher highs. But have you noticed the RSI is actually not gaining in strength? That's a really important concept to understand, guys. That just because we're getting higher highs in candles, it doesn't mean that we're actually going to get higher highs altogether. If the relative strength index does not reach a specific point as it gets higher than the previous highs, then it's eventually going to come down, right? So this is a throw over that tricks newer traders into thinking that there's strength gained in the market, but instead it actually ended up just shooting right down instead. So if you look on every single indicator, there's no doubt, guys, that it was going to come down. On a 45-minute chart, we got these series right here. This one was a pretty decent one as well, and people could have thought it was going to come down a lot, but you have to count your Elliott wave. So we try to count a lot of different Elliott waves and combine it with other indicators to get a better gauge of what's happening overall in the market for LiteCoin. Are you guys starting to see how easy this was to actually see the bear trend that was about to begin, right? Now that I'm pointing it out, I'm on absolutely nothing in for Africa. I just woke up around midnight, had some food, had some coffee. I'm in the mood to trade. I'm ready to make 7 figures this year, guys, with your help as well. I'm ready to make over $1 million this year with barely any trading, and we're gonna do it together, trust me. You guys are gonna see how easy it is when you're making like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a day. So yeah, you know, I'm probably gonna end up like partying or something in Thailand. Oh, my batteries came in, guys. I ordered 3 batteries for my LG G6 phone. Yeah, and actually I only ordered 2 batteries, which is the weird thing, but 3 of them came in. That's kind of weird. Yeah, so I ordered a bunch of batteries already, and I'm just getting ready to you know, go to Thailand. So other than that, I hope you guys are really understanding how there were massive signs of bearish divergence, right? And not only that, if you look on the 15-minute chart as well, you know, we see here as well, okay? Take a look at this. We see this as a very hard support for the RSI, and it had trouble actually staying above it. Take a look at this. Support, support, support. But notice this one right here broke through it. This one right here actually started to indicate as well that we were starting to lose strength. And then if we actually draw our RSI and 15-minute charts as well, take a look at that, right? You see it sloping downwards. Take a look, guys. This is how you indicate a loss in strength over a period. So you can see that ever since it was uptrending in the morning, all the way from this point here, the RSI was actually slowly declining in strength and actually losing strength to come down. And here it was very indicative that we were very much so losing strength. And then as soon as it broke right here, guys, as soon as it broke right there, bam, that's when all the people ended up entering a short position. So if you guys notice, I closed my position at 185, and right now we're hovering right at 185. So I made a really good decision to close my position right there. So other than that, I'm just trying to show you guys in real time how easy it was to evaluate that this was going to be the beginning of a slight correction. So we have to understand, first of all, on a big picture, okay? We need to understand on a very big picture what is going on and how we were able to derive these targets. So the Elliott wave count overall was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this right here made the ABC. And I'm going to go over this again with you guys just because it's very necessary to practice with repetition, okay? I know a lot of people are expecting, oh, don't worry, Alex Borda, I'm going to talk about the exact buy zones that we should be considering, okay? Yeah, I can't tell people how much to risk with your guys' money. A lot of people have been contacting me through direct messages and they've been asking like, you know, what should I do with my positions, etc. But that's something that I can never give advice on because it's an ethical code that traders really don't step across, right? It's your guys' money. You guys should always be responsible for your own money. And we don't really like to be wrong, right? I mean, if we were paid, that's very different, right? But because everything I'm offering is free, I don't want to take money from you guys. I'm here to help you and increase your exposure in the market by learning. So ABC, do you guys remember what I talked about before? A, B, oops, we take our Fibonacci extension from A, B, C, right here, which was around, hold on, I think I'm drawing entirely wrong here. Around here, yeah. Excuse me. And then we take our Fibonacci extensions from all of waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to review this with you guys of how to take Fibonacci extensions. If you have waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you take your Fibonacci for wave 2 for only wave 1. You take your Fibonacci for wave 4 for only wave 3. And then you take your Fibonacci, if you guys do this, you will get eaten alive by players like Eric Chona in the market, who will hope that people will actually do this because our job is to take money from other people. If you take Fibonacci for only wave 5, you will get screwed, okay? So always take your Fibonacci for all of wave 5. Now, if you think about this right here, is this any different? Where if you were to take, if this had 5 waves in here, right? You're taking 5 waves for this first wave only. But how's this any different than making one big subwave for here? Right? It's the exact same thing basically. So now, whoa, what the I'm so OCD. Okay, and now what you guys see is this right here. You see the golden pocket with an exact ABC one-to-one extension in here. So if you guys actually bought in this region, how many of you guys are still holding along from about 160? I've been following up on BTC for a really long time now, a few days. Are you guys still holding? Come on, give me some love, guys. I want to know that some of you guys are still holding BTC from, or not BTC, LTC from 160. Oh, nice, D-Lou. Freaking awesome. I mean, you guys are making bank. Like, jeez. Like 22% up, guys. If you guys played a $10,000 position, you would have made 22 freaking %. I played a 6-figure sides. So you guys can imagine me taking my own advice on what I'm at for the day as well, right? So that just goes to the power of TA, right? So now we need to talk about Fibonacci, okay? So if you're taking your Fibonacci for waves 5s like this, okay, where you're taking it for all of wave 5, well, how's that any different than taking your Fibonacci coming downwards with 5 waves, right? You would also be taking it like here as well, but the opposite, right? So that's the exact same concept when you think about it, just reversed, right? So now, and we have to acknowledge that C, okay guys, C is very important to remember the characteristics of. C always has 5 waves. This is how I'm able to catch the bottom many more. If you guys followed me since Bitcoin tanking from 8K, you guys remember me calling that 6K on the freaking nose because I was counting every single count down to the 5-minute charts, right? So when we have 5 waves coming down, that is how we 100% know with certainty that that's where target is going to be. So not only do we do this where we got the golden pocket, but we also did this to get a 1-to-1 extension right here into that golden pocket right around there, right? But we also did this as well, where we took waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. And then when waves 1 and 2 formed, we simply just said, hey, let's target a 1618 and see if it matches. And we see 3 massive confluence zones. The 161.8 from waves 1 and 2 extension, the 100 extension from A and B, and we also see the golden pocket. So because of those 3 things, that was the major place to enter. And man, I'm so happy for you guys if you guys entered like around these levels right here. So now what do we do, guys? Let's talk about, do we need to do adjustment of the Fibo when it bounces 0, 2, 3, 6? No, we just take the exact same Fib still from the overall picture, and I'll show you guys. So because this was waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Remember how I said if you guys only do Fibonacci from waves 5, you're going to be screwed? Yeah, don't ever do that, guys. Always take your Fibonacci from all of waves 5 when they form, okay? Right there. Something like that. And I mentioned that I might have drawn it wrong before, but I mentioned that we would probably see a lot of resistance around this area, just around perhaps this area right here, and the wave 4 territory. So we count as the wave 4 territory, right, as resistance, and then we also see the previous swing low areas over here where around A was as resistance. And surely enough, guys, what we see right here is that, you know, it completely blew through the 236 Fibonacci level, and then it completely blew past the 382 Fibonacci level as well. It almost touched the 195 or the 0.5 Fibonacci level. So I hope you guys are starting to understand how these regions right here are acting as a support and resistance, right? So now we ask ourselves, how do we derive these specific targets for where it could possibly land? Have you guys noticed I took my profit at 185 and now we've ticked up to 186.17? Definitely. So now we're actually, think of it like this. You want to confirm a downtrend on a lower time frame first. A lower time frame like a 5-minute chart, right? So you confirm it on a 5-minute chart, and then you want to see if you can ride it to a higher time frame. So now what we see is the 10-minute chart is below the 55 EMA. Now we say to ourselves, will it bounce off of the 15-minute 55 EMA? And we say, bam, it's actually closing below it. But because we're finding a series of a tweezer bottom on the 15-minute chart, what we can say is that it's found some temporary support right now, right? So now let's take our Fibonacci, guys. Let's clear all of this up. So what we do is we take our Fibonacci after all of waves 1 has formed, like this, okay? And then we say to ourselves, okay, this could be a very relevant area, the 382 Fib level. This is a pretty relevant area as well. And this is a very relevant area right here. So I don't know if this is going to hold any of them. We simply don't know. But what we do is try to do this, okay? We try to count our Elliott waves. This is 1, 2, This is probably 3 right here. This is probably 4 somewhere. And there's probably a 5th wave like that somewhere. Okay? And then it'll most likely do something like an ABC, perhaps, okay? It'll most likely do some sort of ABC going upwards. How high does that go? We take another Fibonacci level, again, from just all of waves A. And we say, hey, depending on where it goes, a lot of people will most likely enter a short position. And do you guys remember how we took our ABC from the big picture? And then after A and B formed, we take our Fibonacci extension tool and try to target roughly 1-to-1. So as soon as this A and B formed, we can easily project where wave C will be. But we got to remember the characteristics, okay? Wilfred, welcome to technical analysis, right? Like Wilfred said, holy crap, you nailed it again, broke that support. It's not really that, like I'm talented or anything. I don't give myself props at all. I just stick to what I see. And what I see, it's kind of like a puzzle that has no answer. But we can find certainty that leans towards one direction much more than the other, right? So let's say you're a newer trader and you have no idea what you're doing. Every time you enter a position, you're taking a chance, 50-50, right? Yeah, definitely, Scott. You're taking a 50-50 chance. But what we try to do when we improve our skills as a trader is we try to find more reasons that it leans towards one direction more than the other. So this is what we do for ABC. But first of all, I've got to talk about the characteristics of C. Characteristics, okay? It can be truncated, meaning falls short of A. It can double bottom. It can do zigzag, 1-to-1 extension. This is the common one right here. And the fourth one is extended C wave. Extended C wave, sorry. So a lot of traders will simply follow rule number 3, where when you have A and B formed, you just take your Fibonacci extension from where A began, from where A is, and where B hit, and then you target a 1-to-1 extension. Do you want to see how reliable it is? Let me show you, okay? This right here is A. This is B. This is A, this is B, and that is C, okay? Now let's follow that rule that I just told you guys about. Take it from the point of where A began to where A is finished to where B is. Look at right here, guys. Perfect 1-to-1 extension. See? These are... You have to think that as well, that there's a lot of computers, right, that we're trading against, and they have these algorithms with targets and projections. Now, no Molly today, guys. No Molly today. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my technical analysis on BitConnect. I'll follow up on BitConnect in just a little bit for you guys, okay? So now what we're waiting for is, a bounce. We're waiting for a bounce, and I'm looking at it on a very low time frame, okay? So now we see that it's clearly going up, but what we see is that this is only waves 1, 2, 3, and there's a 4th somewhere, and then there's going to be a 5th one, right? If we actually broke it down on a 10-minute chart, we could have probably projected where this one would be. So let me show you guys how a lot of traders play this, okay? They took this right here as waves 1. This was waves 2, right? And they say to themselves, okay, as soon as this breaks this region right here, I will short it. But where will my target be? They take their fib extension from here to here, and they say to themselves, okay, easy. I'm going to show you guys on a detailed level, okay? We take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As soon as waves 1 and 2 form, you take your fib extension. Your wave 3, you target a simple number right here of 1-to-1, and bam, if it hits there, great. And then the second short position is about the 1618. Let's see how this actually worked in practice. All right, well, if people shorted it right there, as soon as it broke down, look how perfectly it hit the 1-to-1 extension right around there. So now it's very logical to assume that the next target would roughly be, whoops, the next target would be roughly, let me just delete some of this, okay? So now we're gonna draw waves 1, 2 around here, 3, 4 will be somewhere up there, right? And 5 will be down there. So now we're gonna draw our fib extension to see easily where this could hit, just using simple extensions. So if this one hit a simple 1-to-1, the fifth wave could hit anywhere between here. It could fall short of it, it can go higher than it. So that's how I was saying earlier that my target was actually going to be 181. But that's really okay that I took my $600 profit instead. So that's where a very reasonable target is for here. But you guys have to understand the characteristics of ABC, okay? Gotham, it is so, is it not scary, guys, how accurate Fibonacci extensions are? Like, you guys gotta go over Fibonacci extensions and Fibonacci retracements. Go to my Steam It, too soon. Go to my video playlist, go watch every single tutorial of my extensions. I've been trading using Fibonacci extensions and retracements for about 3 years now. When you took profit, did you short on the way? Definitely, David. I'm still holding a very big position for my long in my exchange account, and I also entered a short position as well. I play both scenarios. I go for long positions and I short the same coin at the same time because I see money everywhere in the market, right? So we have to understand A, B, C, D, and E, okay? Or sorry, I meant A, B, C. You guys need to understand Fibonacci extensions and how they relate to Elliott wave. If you're learning Elliott wave, you have to be a master of Fibonacci extensions. So here we have ABC that comes down, generally speaking. This is called a zigzag, and in this zigzag we get 5 small waves coming down like that, and then we get ABC like this, okay? ABC, and then we usually get 5 waves coming down again. The C wave always has 5 waves coming down. If you guys think of what we're looking at right here, where this is waves, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then now we're making a wave 1 to correct right here. It's actually no different than the big picture of what we're doing, where this is all wave 1 right here, guys, okay? And then this made an ABC. It's literally no different. If this was waves 1 and that was ABC, well, what is the difference than what we're doing right here on a smaller picture? So we have to understand that on a small degree, it's actually doing the exact same thing, and it's just repeating itself over and over and over. And that's how I find the market, right? It's honestly just repeating itself, and once you learn how to play the game, it becomes fairly easy. So where does this wave get to, guys, right? This wave right here, wave 4, usually does not retrace into the wave 1 territory. So you guys might see it uptick a little bit, right? But you see the volume just dying. I cannot see it getting higher than about 188 right now, and then it'll most likely just make one more wave down. But the same characteristics for wave 5 applies for wave C, okay? And that's very important to remember, these small and tiny little rules as well. So wave C and 5 characteristics are the same. So it could, right, it could truncate, fall short of A or 3, right? It could double bottom of A or C. I meant to say or. A or 3. It could normal zigzag. And it could also be very extended. Extended as well. So a lot of people don't actually play the 4th wave coming down. What they do is they wait for right here. Like myself, I don't wait for here all the time, okay? I'm really good at catching the top because I have experience in the market and I'm kind of ballsy, right? So I like to short from the top, right? And I usually catch it, and then I target a 1-to-1 extension roughly down here, which is what I did. And I just followed my simple rules and heck, easy $600, right? So now we should see it come down very soon. But the wave 5, we have to be careful of it. It could truncate, meaning just come very, very close to here, but not quite. It can make a double bottom. It can also do a normal zigzag where it'll actually hit our extensions, or it could be very, very extended, which is not likely whatsoever, okay? This doesn't really happen much whatsoever. So I'm more so just banking on the fact that it's going to hit roughly 181. And then once it hits 181, this will complete our A wave right here, okay? This will complete our A wave. And then this one here, B, usually likes to get to the wave 4 territory like that. And it goes like this. This happens very, very often. Let me explain it to you guys on an uptrend in a bull market. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. And what ABC usually likes to do is like that. Wave 4 usually likes to come right around to the wave 1 territory because this was a resistance, right? That now acts as a support. And because now we have two zones, waves 1 and 4, that act as a resistance, a support before, they both tend to act as a very hard support for C. Now, the opposite also applies in a bear market, which is a short-term bear market is where we're in right now. So if we have waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like this, what A, B, and C usually likes to do is the complete opposite, right? Just the inverse of it, where it uses waves 1 and 4 territory as a hard resistance where it doesn't really break. So I hope you guys are understanding that concept right there of what I'm explaining. And once these concepts are drilled into your head, it honestly becomes easy to trade, guys. It's just like following a set of, it's like following a cookbook, to be honest. No, I don't give courses, Francisco, because everything I offer is free, right? Everything is literally free. Why would I want to charge you guys for your money when I can just make money trading? It makes no sense for me to want to take your guys' money when I already kill it in the market trading. You know? Not only that, I don't have time to teach you guys everything, right? I just like to teach through my videos. Yes, I'm self-taught, my friend. I haven't gone to school or anything to be a formal trader, but I'm cocky. I'm a cocky as fuck trader. I'm sure that I could out-trade a lot of professionals on Wall Street. I guaranteed. My background's in math and engineering, and it definitely has helped me. And I'm Asian. I'm freaking Asian, you know? We're naturally good in math. What can I say? So yeah. So now if you guys look right here, are you guys seeing already what's happening? Look. Right? Here's the wave 4 that we just basically hit right there. So let's just test it together and see if it's going to come down, okay? I expect it to make a, you know, ABC somewhere, something like that. Let's see if it's going to come down, guys, just for fun together and give it a tiny bit of time. So now, I'm just joking around, by the way, guys. I'm cocky, but like my goal is you have to have a level of confidence when you trade, okay? You gotta have a level of confidence, and it has to like just radiate. You gotta be confident with your decisions that you make. You have to be very aggressive with your approach and very sure of the decisions that you make as well. So have you guys noticed right here that we're down ticking, right? We've already down ticked from 188. I said the highest it would go is probably about 188. We're at 186 already, almost at 185 as well, okay? Yeah, Aaron's Hero, StarCraft, SC. It's all my videos are on YouTube as soon as I finish them. Halbu, no, I have not traded outside of crypto like Forex, etc. I haven't done that because it's boring. It's so boring, and I don't like to appeal to that kind of market. It's like a very white collar type of market. I'd rather help out the people who have $200 that they can play with crypto. I used to have a series in crypto that I deleted because it's old. I turned $200 into $1,600 in 16 days. And if you guys are curious as well, if you're playing with very little money, let me show you guys the series that I have as well, okay? I've got a series for the people that are not playing with a big amount to check it out. It's right here, lesson number 17. 6 hours of live trading. I grew $2,000 into $3,500 in 6 hours. So you don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money in crypto. Trust me, guys, you don't need a lot of money either. You just got to have a solid foundation with strategy, right? And once you learn these strategies, the money will come. But please, please focus on becoming a good trader first. Do not focus on trying to win to win only and to make money. Focus on practicing good trading habits. And once you practice good trading habits, you're going to become successful over time, inevitably, because you're trading well. So don't ever think that, oh yeah, I got to make money, I got to make money, I got to make money. No, forget about the money. Focus on being a good trader first, because that's what I focus on. I focus on making the right decisions and practicing my risk to reward setups and doing very good TA combined with RR and finding these high probability setups that offer good rewards with very low risk. Everything is just tanking right now, you know? Look at this candle right there. It's just like, yeah, so we're definitely going to get one more little trend down, right? Just take a look. It's you know, like I mentioned with the fifth wave, it could be very unpredictable, right? It could come short right here, it can come down lower, we just don't know. But eventually what we look for is we look for an ABC. Now, if this one actually formed and it got roughly to there, you know, we could easily expect it to get to one of these Fibonacci levels. So where am I going to be adding more to my position? That could have been me, guys, just so you know, okay? I think I dumped about $50,000 on the market in a market execution after I filled up my short position. So, and my friends dumped a lot as well. Some of my friends dumped a few $100,000 just because we wanted to get the ball rolling for this downtrend. So now that we've got these 5 waves coming, I hope you guys are okay with me talking about my positions. I'm super duper transparent with it. I don't screw around. I don't believe in being dishonest or anything. I just like to be 100% transparent, you know? So right now, these are definitely going to be our targets. Could be 181, could be here, could be here. But one thing we can be very sure of is that it'll most likely bounce above this level right here, unless, guys, keep this in mind, unless Bitcoin decides to tank the entire market, okay? If Bitcoin tanks the entire market, it will not hold here. But a wise thing to start doing is maybe to start buying, you know, 181. I'm just going to pull up my Excel here for you guys. I changed my desktop background, guys. Thank you very much, Aaliyah. I appreciate the donation there. Thank you. Really, I appreciate it. It's going to buy my dog a drink, okay? So I'm going to just talk about some laddering techniques, okay? Laddering 172, 76, 81. So, you know, let's say we decide to ladder 181, 176, 171. Was that it right there? I don't remember. 76, 71. Yeah, this is right here. So let's just choose some random numbers, okay? Let's say you bought 10 here, you bought 10 here, and you bought 20 when it hits here. So now you've got an average price of, why is it not dividing here? That's so weird. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Okay, 10, 10, 20. So if you bought it at 181, 176, this is what I do all day, guys. This is just mathematics, right? So now you're in a position for $7,000 and your base price is about 174.68, right? Now, where would your next target be if you actually follow these just simple laddering techniques? Well, your target would be really easy to derive. Let's say it went to the worst case scenario down over there. You'd be looking at a really ridiculous target next, okay? The next target you'd be looking at is roughly $207, and then the next target after that is about 229. Then you just draw your Elliott waves in. That's going to be waves 1, that's going to be waves 2, that's going to be waves 3. 3 could be very extended, keep in mind. We don't know. 3 could even get up to there. And then we take our wave 4 retracement, and then we take our wave 5. And we always keep this as a very hard support. Wave 1 territory. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to add more as soon as it hits below 181. I don't really care if I buy at 181, 176, or 171, or even 176. All the 5 waves are completely counted. LiteCoin's going to go on a massive rally, and it's literally the textbook example of what's going to happen right now. So this is the worst case scenario where it goes to right around here. But never buy everything in one position, guys. You always want to ladder, 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 ladder. If it doesn't even get to this point down there, big whoop-diddy-do. Buy some more over here. As soon as it breaks out above the region 1 high, add more to your position if you'd like. Or maybe when it breaks the B position right here, right? Let's say it broke the B position right here as well. Add more to your position right there. So you got a chance to constantly keep adding, add more, right? And then here you take some of your profit, whatever, 25, 30%. And then as it goes up right here, you use your wave 3 territory as well. Add more, add more. And then when it hits wave 5, that's where you pretty much take all of your profit. Because once we hit our wave 5 target, where it's about $230, I will gladly just, everybody will dump the market, trust me guys. And then now we have our entire wave 1 structure like here, and that's going to be wave 2, right? And then we just keep going up like that. So then we'll look for another reasonable buy zone when it hits these targets down over there. So I think I covered everything already for my technical analysis for LiteCoin. Yeah, always make sure you guys ladder. Like laddering is very important. The correct terminology is called dollar cost averaging, and that is going to let you get the best possible price. So right now we're just stalling right here just for a little bit, but I do expect it to get lower. I don't expect it to just be at a standstill. But one thing I want to bring up is an alternate count, okay guys? Someone suggested before that why can't this be wave 1, right? And that's wave 3, that's wave 4, and that's wave 5, like that, right? That was a pretty reasonable thing to ask as well. And the reason why I'm not accepting this as my wave count is simple. Wave 3 is often the longest, and it is never the shortest. If you take your one-to-one extension, what do you guys see is longer? Wave 1? Which is longer, wave 1 or wave 3, right, in terms of price? Wave 1 was $24.95. Wave 3 is only about $20. So because wave 3 is much smaller than wave 1, we have to assume, first of all, that wave 3 is always going to be bigger than wave 1. If it's not, we've got some weird issues going on right now where the market is very, very low in strength. So because this wave 3 is smaller than wave 4, it's automatically discarded in my book, and this cannot be a valid count, despite wave 5 possibly being shorter than wave 3. We always have to assume that after a massive ABC count, that the wave 3 will always be larger than the wave 1. Therefore, I digress that particular theory, and I go back to this count right here, where the only reason why wave 3 could possibly be smaller is because we have a leading first wave diagonal. Therefore, this theory right here holds very true. So I hope that makes sense as well. So I'll take some questions now that I'm done Elliott wave here and my technical analysis. Dear Philicon, what's the best source you use to learn, Phil? Honestly, Google. Every time I watch the technical analysis, Marius is, oh my god, Marius. I can't even talk about Marius, Jason Lee. That guy's a goofball. Half of his followers are bots. So the way that I learned was I watched a lot of technical analysis. I bet you guys there's a lot of words, right? And a lot of terminology that you guys don't understand. What you guys should be doing is you should be keeping a notepad, a pen, and a paper, and write down these terminologies that you don't understand. If you don't understand these terminologies, you guys gotta Google it. You gotta understand the language that we're speaking. If you don't understand the language, how can you be successful as a trader, right? Well, Marius is getting a lot of like you guys know iSeal Journal. iSeal Journal like labeled him as one of the top 10 like scammers basically. I'm not really a fan of iSeal Journal. I'm just waiting for him to write something really negative towards me. Yeah, I kind of blocked him because I don't like journalism whatsoever. What journalism does is they try to dig dirt on you just so to get a reaction from you. Yes, Ben Lestrange, monsieur. It's all my RSI alerts. Check out my RSI alerts, guys. Most of the time, I'm just sitting here in my underwear, scratching my balls, occasionally taking a whiff here and there, and I just watch a movie. And I just let my RSI alerts go off, and I just short the market when I feel that the RSI is too low or too high, right? I'll show you guys where my how to customize RSI alerts is. You guys can go to my Steemit or my YouTube. It's lesson number 24 right here. Customize RSI alerts and multiple charts. But you gotta have the pro features of TradingView to do this. So I got a lot of RSI alerts. Let me show you guys how they look, okay? The RSI alerts, I follow right now Bitcoin, LiteCoin, Ethereum, Walton Chain, Enigma. I don't really follow Enigma and Walton Chain for myself. It's for my friend Mel. She's pretty invested in it, so I'm just following it privately for her mainly. And I follow Neo, EOS, and Ripple. So if you guys notice on the 5-minute chart, take a look. You'll notice it very clearly on the 5-minute chart here. Okay, you see these little red arrows right here on each one. I've got an RSI alert on each of these ones because as a day trader, I like to trade the 5-minute chart mainly, right? So if it gets to a really high RSI, right, just as an example here, if it gets to a very high RSI, it'll notify me. It'll go ding, 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 ding. Then what I do is I just short the market. Then if it goes really low, like right here, it'll go ding, 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 ding again. And I just go into a long position. And most of the time, I don't even think about my trades. I just enter it based on my RSI alerts. And it just makes me a crap ton of money. So make sure you guys are setting up these things that will automate your trading to take it to the next level as well. Oh yeah, BitConnect review. Let's do BitConnect, guys. Let's do BitConnect. Ah, BitConnect. What is it at? It's my favorite coin to follow. BitConnect. So BitConnect right now. Wow. It's actually up 4.393%. That's amazing right now. Let's look at the daily chart for it. We see that it has gone from about $1.80. It's gone up to about $2 right now. Wow, congratulations to everybody investing in it. You're up about 20 cents on the dollar right now. Good for you guys. Awesome. 24-hour volume is about $21,000. Market cap 18 million right now. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Look at the volume right now. It's slowly decreasing, you know, but people are still making money in BitConnect. Awesome. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots buying it. Does RSI alert ever fail you? Yeah, definitely it does. But we don't use it as the Bible, right? We're sorry to make a religious reference there. We use RSI alerts as a tool to combine it with other tools as well. I'm not looking at ICX, I'm sorry. And Russ wrote, how do you do what you do just by using EW, Fib, MACD, RSI, and other, while others use, well, and we have to see it as, like, think of trading indicators as something where we specialize in specific uses, right, for indicators. Some traders will like some other indicators more, like cloud, stock RSI, etc. Personally, I just specialize in what I use already. So think of having it as like many different skills and tools and aces up your sleeves, right? We learn how to use different indicators or different techniques for specific times that would be better for the circumstance rather than using other ones. So it's rather than using too many things that are overwhelming, it's better to just pick a few indicators almost arbitrarily. When I first started trading, I didn't even know, like I went to, you know, CoinDesk and I was reading their technical analysis and they were writing about MACD and RSI. And I had no idea what they were. So I Googled them and it stuck with me ever since. And on top of that, I read about Elliott waves. I didn't see a single person do analysis on Elliott wave. I was actually the first person in all of crypto, like even before Hygiene, right? And I said to myself, why not learn the most difficult way to trade? And that's with Elliott wave. So I can, one, show off, and two, you know, become very good at a tool that's very subjective, right? So yeah, that's why I kind of like to use these specific tools. Well, don't get me wrong, Hygiens are very good and good at analysts, right? So Sony Guru, but we have to understand the motives behind each analyst, right? You know, if you guys want me to be very honest, because I kind of am as freaking brutally honest as possible, okay? I will show you guys Hygiene and his goal versus mine, okay guys? So we have to understand that Hygiene's in this for the money, right guys? He's in this for the money. He offers a lot of content and material, and look at Hygiene. Every time he posts something, he gets $100, $200, $300 per post on Steemit, right? You got to understand that this guy's in it for the money, guys, right? And he's getting a lot of flack from the community. He'll make about $2,000, $3,000 a day. And also, he started to only call very bullish calls in December. Anybody can look like a genius in a bull market, right? So because he got very famous and very popular by making bullish calls, on pretty much coins, it rose into fame on Steemit as well, where he can make thousands of dollars a day. And on top of his 100,000 subscribers, he only needs 1,000 people to pay $100 a month. And there you go. He's in it for the income, right? So Hyjin is in it for the income. But I would love to see him do a detailed technical analysis as well as I'm doing it, for example, okay? Which we have yet to see. So we got to see it from different perspectives of how people are monetizing themselves. Some people, I genuinely feel I just want to help you guys. Sure, I appreciate you guys donating to me if you guys are, giving me crypto, if you guys are killing it because of my calls. But it's not like I'm asking or begging for it. In fact, I don't even ask you guys for a penny. Do I? I don't charge anything either. So my goals are very differently. How am I making money off of you guys? Easy. My YouTube is monetized. My ads are monetized. I'm happy with the amount of money that I make from YouTube, which is actually more than most people will make at a real job, right? So I'm here to see the community grow from a very altruistic perspective, unlike other people like Hyjin, who's just here to take money from you guys. So anyways, no, it's not nice bashing DAOs. I agree with you entirely, but we have to understand that I look out for the community as well. And I look out for the community. I don't want people to fall to be a victim, right? So when I feel that a technical analyst is overstepping many boundaries, such as making you guys their customers and seeking money with that pure intention of just taking money from you guys, yes, I will absolutely voice my concerns. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Huiz Guo. I really appreciate every time that you do that for me. Much appreciated. So yeah, I'm very calm, Link. I'm so calm. I got my cup of coffee. I like my coffee, like I always say, like I like my women. It's very, very white. Val, my girl, she headed home for the weekend to go visit her mom, so I'm here kind of alone right now. Absolutely, Alessio. Alessio wrote, will you do a lesson about how to count waves? I'm so glad that you asked that. Let me show you guys right here on my YouTube and Steemit. I got a lot of goodies, guys. Like, if you guys don't know, this crap right here, this is like freaking 40 hours of material, guys, for you guys to learn, and it's all free. And I honestly have watched every single YouTube video on all of these topics. And I said to myself, I want to make the best one, and I want to make it all free. So yeah, they're all here, guys. I have my introduction to Elliott Wave right here as well. And it gets very, very complicated. As you guys get up to these tutorial lessons of mine that are all free, you can find on YouTube on my playlist. You can find it everywhere. They get very, very complicated, right? So it's definitely on YouTube as well. Alessio, good question. How long have I been talking for now? Whoa, okay, I'm gonna give this 3 more minutes, guys, okay? I'll show you how I feel about Head and Shoulders. This is how I feel about Head and Shoulders. I feel that about Head and Shoulders. It's a pretty good shampoo. Like, the Apple Fresh one is pretty good. This is my favorite one right there, Apple Fresh. Smells really, really good. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, shorty got low. Yeah, that's how I feel about Head and Shoulders. Oh, you're talking about Head and Shoulders for patterns. I get you now. I get you. So how do I feel about Head and Shoulders? I will show you guys how I feel about Head and Shoulders. Okay, so this is how we see Head and Shoulders. Let's actually go to Bitcoin, for example. Let's see if we can actually talk about Head and Shoulders. Oh my god, look at these candles. They're so bullish right now. It's gone up to the skies. Look at these massive green candles. Sorry, I got really excited there for a moment. Don't get too excited about candles, Philicon. Maybe you've had way too much coffee this morning. So let's talk about... no, we can't even go to Bitcoin. That's not even a good count there. Okay, Head and Shoulders. I'm going to show you guys Head and Shoulders on a very technical level, okay? On a very technical level, we see Head and Shoulders as this kind of pattern. And it's actually really interesting if you guys have never seen it from this perspective before, okay? Let's make this one a little bit lower. Okay, I bet you guys have never seen this before. And if you have, I'll be very surprised, because not many people will even talk about this. So, okay, now you guys can probably see the head and shoulder in here already, right? This is the head and shoulder that we normally see. Like that, right? We'll just draw it in here like that. This is the head and shoulder. But the reason why they call this the neckline, right? This is the neckline right there, is because we're waiting to see what happens for C. So on a technical level, the way we see head and shoulders is the left shoulder is waves 2, 3, and 4. The head is waves 4, 5, and A. And the right shoulder is actually A, B, and C, just like that, okay? I drew it pretty badly. Now we got to remember the characteristics of the C wave, and that is very important to understand, like I wrote it before. Characteristics of C, right? It could truncate, fall short of A, it could double bottom, it could do one-to-one zigzag, and it can be very extended, okay? Now this is why people always like to play what they call the neckline right here. I'm sure you guys have heard this as the neckline before, right? So it's not one of my favorite patterns to play, but I do acknowledge it. But it's actually a very hard pattern to play. The general rule is people say you take the head right here, the base length, right? Which I'm sure you guys have all heard. And if it breaks down, we target like that, which I completely disagree with. I think it's entirely bollocks, to be honest, okay? Because people are forgetting about the fundamentals of the C characteristics, right? So this is how a traditional head and shoulders is seen according to Elliott wave. And then if it breaks, right? If it bounces off of that, right here, great. Then we actually end up getting, instead of an ABC, if it bounces off of there, we might get something like an A, B, C, D, and E, which now turns into a triangle, like that, right? Which you guys have all seen before, I'm sure. This ends up becoming some sort of symmetric triangle, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about right there, which just makes a triangle like that. So, yeah, but if it does break downwards instead, then of course it'll end up becoming like a one-to-one zigzag instead, a double bottom, or very extended. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of playing these head and shoulders. I think that they're pretty bad coins. Where's Luna? She's quite asleep right now behind me. So I think I'm gonna call it, guys. It's been a very long video. I'm probably gonna go back to bed. I just woke up to make $600 really quickly. And yeah, I just wanted to make 600 bucks, go back to bed, go scratch my balls, you know, maybe take off my pants again. I'm just kidding, I got no pants on. Me pants on? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, guys. I hope that you guys have made some very killer profits so far, right? It's been quite amazing. Where's LiteCoin even at right now? Where is LiteCoin? Where are we? Where's LiteCoin, guys? What are we at? Let's go check LiteCoin very quickly before we leave, okay? LiteCoin is at 185. There we go. Not bad. Cool. Did it actually finish already what I thought it would reach? Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Did it make the 5? No, not yet. It's just about to. Do you guys see this? That's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. It's just about to finish this. The 1, 2, you know, the 3, the 4, and we will get some 5th somewhere, and then we should most likely get a small bounce. But I highly advise you guys to actually wait until we get the whole ABC structure to one of those Fibonacci levels that I was talking about earlier, okay? So other than that, you guys have, there you goes. There you guys go. Look, just look right now. It's just about to break down below it, okay? It's just about to break below it. All right. So have yourselves a great day, guys, and thank you very much for tuning in. Congratulations on your profit, guys. If you took your profit, right, near the top, congratulations. If you guys got in around 160, you are making bank right now. Congratulations if you guys were following my tweet and entered a short position from 194. Hey yo! Have yourselves a great day, baby whales. I love you all, mini dolphins, and especially you, tiny little penguins. And if you guys think I'm doing an awesome job and you guys have made a killer profit, you guys can buy my dog a tiny little drink by donating to her cryptocurrency piggy bank. Have yourselves a great day, baby whales, and take care. I appreciate all the love and the support. Bye now.